Alright, so it looks like DC's really cranking on the crossover train because now, well, yesterday it was announced that we are getting a DC Dynamite crossover involving Wonder Woman and the Bionic Woman. Now, what's interesting about this crossover is that it's going to... two things. One, this is not going to be the DC Universe Wonder Woman. This will be actually the Linda Carter Wonder Woman from the 70s show. So if anything, yeah, it's going to be the meeting of the 70s cartoons, much like how in Kevin Smith's Batman Green Hornet crossover, it was the Adam West Batman and Robin. So I think that's an interesting idea. You know, obviously, Bionic Woman and Bionic Woman and Wonder Woman both exist in the same time. You know, their TV shows exist in the same time. And yeah, having some 70s fun, that's, having some 70s fun together, that sounds pretty cool. Now, the other few major things with this is that this is apparently going to be a direct-to-digital comic book from DC and Dynamite. I'm pretty sure it will get a in-print copy. I'm pretty sure somewhere down the line we're going to get a print comic book in there when the comic's over. Yeah, I think this is a pretty cool idea. I was initially surprised because I was like, oh, cool, Wonder Woman and the Bionic Woman. I know some stuff about Wonder Woman, but I don't know much about Bionic. So here's the thing: I like $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman, but I'm not the big. You know, I'm a casual fan of those, so I'm not really the biggest fan of these. It's not because I hate them, it's just that I wasn't, I never got to watch a lot of, 70s TV is kind of hard to come by these days. And while I hear nothing but amazing things about the comic books from Bionic Man and Bionic Woman, I just don't have the money to shell out for a lot of stuff, like that. But no, I think it's a really cool idea of having Wonder Woman with the Bionic Woman. Especially, the Linda Carter version of Wonder Woman, because there has been a lot of talk, and I think it's been officially announced that they are going to be doing a Wonder Woman 77 comic sometime either this year or next year much like how they did Batman 66, revolving around the Batman, Adam West Batman and doing adventures with him, which I've read some of the comics by Jeff Parker, and man, Jeff Parker is just totally underrated in my opinion. I'm just kind of waiting now for, them to do a comic centered around Superman, the Christopher Reeve Superman. I would prefer. Yes, I know. In the Jeff Johns Superman run, the artists made him look like Christopher Reeve with good reason. Because when you think when you think Superman, you usually think Christopher Reeve or Henry Cavill. Not to say anything bad about Henry Cavill, but when I think about Superman in movies, Christopher Reeve really sold that part. But I'm getting off topic. Now, the other thing with this comic is that it's being written by a non-comic writer. This is going to be written by I cannot remember her name. It's Matilda something. It's either Melina or Matilda something. I cannot remember her name. But no, this woman is a historian and writer. So that might be interesting. I've never. I'm always interested to see newcomers kind of enter these kind of writing forms and. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna write two very powerful women, you look no further than Wonder Woman and Bionic Woman meeting one another. So, if anything, I think it's really cool that we're having this historian come in and write this. I mean, this isn't the first time we've had writers, non-comic writers do comic books and make amazing stuff. Even though, this hasn't come out yet, so I can't judge. But this isn't the first time we've had non-comic writers come in and do amazing stuff, like Greg Hurwitz. Greg Hurwitz was a crime novelist at first before he was a comic book writer, and he wrote some amazing stuff with Moon Knight, as well as he wrote probably my favorite Penguin story, Pain and Prejudice, which is, again, an amazing comic. And he wrote some really cool stuff in his run of Batman the Dark Knight in the New 52, he did a very scary, legit creepy Scarecrow story, and a really excellent Mad Hatter story. Another good example of this is Brad Meltzer, who wrote Identity Crisis, and I think he wrote some of the Justice League comics as well after that. There's so many people that this isn't an alien concept, so I'm always excited to see that, and I'm really interested to see again Wonder Woman and Bionic Woman encounter one another, because both of these both of them are very free-thinking women. They're both very powerful women in both mental and, moral capability, as well as very powerful women, physically. So it's going to be interesting to see them kind of come together, and I'm wondering what kind of threat could bring Wonder Woman and the Bionic Woman together. So all in all, I'm really interested in this. I think this is supposed to come out later this year or early next year. I cannot remember. But anyway, you guys tell me, what do you guys think of Wonder Woman and the Bionic Woman coming together and meeting? And what do you think? What do you think about it being a '70s style story? Anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.